Can somebody talk about the lives saved? I mean, surely somebody...
Maybe Thomas can address it.
Certainly, one of the most important studies coming out of the scientific evaluation of InSite was a paper that was published just last year in the journal The Lancet, which I'm sure many of you are aware is one of the world's leading medical journals. And in that analysis, we demonstrated that there was a 35% reduction in overdose deaths from a 2-year period before InSite opened to a 2-year period after. This builds on the experience here within InSite, where there has been, I understand, approximately 1,500 overdose events that have required intervention, and I think it's very significant to note that nobody has died in this facility. This is, without question, a facility that saves lives, and I think the Supreme Court judgment confirms that. They accepted the science, and they note that this is a facility that saves lives. There's no question about that. I think what's unfortunate is that while we've been engaged in this absurd legal battle over this facility, other lives have been lost in other settings that could have been saved had other jurisdictions been able to move forward with their plans to implement this type of facility.
Liz, correct me if I'm wrong, but you folks have already drawn up plans for a second supervised detention facility, correct? If that is the case, realistically, how quickly could that be rolled out and up and running?
It's not a logistics thing from our side, it's just a matter of meeting with the funders and figuring out what the next steps are. I don't know what the exact timeline would be, but this is obviously a hopeful step in the right direction.
Sure. And you talked a bit about, in your opening remarks, about just some of the people who passed away before this facility opened. I wonder if you just have, one or two stories you just want to share on, what comes to mind on a day like this.
You just want me to cry. No, honestly, the overwhelming emotion for most of us, I think, in this room today is the memories of all the people that we've known in this neighborhood for the last 20 years, for most of us, who have been part of this struggle. And this notion that we've had that people are going to be better off if we shove them farther away while they're still using. And we couldn't see more evidence that that doesn't work around us in this community because of the degree of suffering that people suffer. They get infectious diseases, they lose limbs, they get incarcerated, they cycle through violent incidents, their lives become viewed animalistically, they're not treated humanely. And InSite is just a tiny piece of the solution to that. And it doesn't address all of those complex realities for drug users' lives. But when you watch folks suffer and struggle so much on a day-to-day basis, and then when they come in here and you realize this is the only square footage in the entire continent of North America, that when a person walks through that door, they're a human being and not a criminal. And that gives you the opportunity to treat people humanely and give them some respect, and to listen and to attempt to actually meet their real practical needs, whether it's housing or methadone or treatment. And it changes, it levels the whole playing field. It reduces so much judgment and opens up hope. And so for that reason, it's an incredible day.
Okay, we have no more questions. Well, we didn't actually plan this beforehand. I suppose I should ask, do the members of the panel actually want to make any final comments, or are we okay to wrap? No? Okay, thank you. On that note, thank you. I'll call the formal part to an end. As I mentioned before, not only Dr. Montana, Dr. Daly, and Liz, thank you very much for taking the time to be here. Also, Dr. Kerr, thank you as well. And certainly I think they'll likely be here for a while to answer some more questions if you wish to do that informally and so on.
Just wondering if Mr. Arbe would like to say anything. I mean, being the lawyer who fought the fight.
Well, obviously, we're completely thrilled and relieved by the decision. The decision is powerful because it's a unanimous decision of the Supreme Court of Canada. That's not a common occurrence. The decision is unequivocal insofar as it concludes that the government violated the constitutional rights of the people who need InSite. And it is also exceptional insofar as it ordered the minister forthwith to issue an exemption. That is quite an extraordinary order coming from the Supreme Court of Canada. The Supreme Court of Canada's decision is on its face confined to InSite, but the decision has very, very important implications for there to be other supervised injection sites across Canada where the need is similar to InSite and where the facility is operated in the same excellent manner that InSite has been operated. So it is a very, very great day for everybody in Canada, not just the people in downtown Eastside. As Liz says, InSite is an icon for a place where lives are saved. That's what it was all about. It was about saving lives, and so we're obviously very happy.
Could you tell me